This is a letter that I never thought I would have to write, so please forgive me if I miss a word or two. You see, I've never been a perfect man, but I've always done the best that I could with what I was given. If anything, my life has taught me to be resourceful. That was something that I wanted to pass on to you. I wanted to show you how to face every situation with a level head. When others are looking to find blame and point fingers, I wanted to show you how to immediately look for solutions. I wanted to help you become that man that others, even myself, look towards in times of crisis. I wanted you to be my son. I wanted you to be better than me. You see, my father and his father before him, they were angry, bitter, resentful men. Broken down, beaten down by this world. Forced into tiny corners like dogs in a pound. They hated themselves. And my father would always say, I don't want my children treated like second-class citizens, or they don't want us to have anything. So I would ask my mother, who are they? She would just look like my father was acting crazy, then dig in her pocket, pull out a few dollars and tell me to go to the corner store to get a bag of chips. But I could see this look in my mother's eyes, like she was gonna have a talk with my father once I left that house. I can see now that she was trying to protect me from that same anger, that same hate, that same poison. She did not want that black ooze descending upon, invading, ruining her baby. But over all those years, all those times that my mother gave me that change and told me to run to the store for those Boston baked beans, those Red Hots, those lemon heads, something happened. I think I got hit. Some ideas, they started to get in my head. I began to doubt myself. The way that I viewed the world was a little bit different. The way that I saw myself, and finally the way that I saw you. See, my pops, he was mad. Ready to fucking pop off. Subdued by only Colt 45, brown bag specials, and blunts. But me, I was different. I was afraid. Afraid that one day I'd have to explain to you why your mother and I have to struggle that much harder to provide for you. Why your school budget is that much smaller, forcing you to work on old, scribbled on, falling apart books with overworked, underpaid, and exhausted teachers that have to come out of their own pocket just to make sure you have some colored pencils and some paper towels. Afraid of that day that you come home with tears in your eyes because somebody called you nasty names. And I would have to tell you what they mean and where they come from. Afraid that I'd actually have to show you how to hide your hurt. Afraid I have to tell you why you get followed in stores. Afraid I have to tell you all the places that you can't go. Afraid I have to tell you all the things that you can't do, that you'll watch others openly indulge in, seemingly without consequence or fear of repercussions. I'm afraid that when I hand over the keys to that brand new car that I buy for you, I'm inviting harassment by local law enforcement authorities. And I'm afraid in that moment that gonna stand up for yourself. I'm afraid that in your heart of hearts, you know that your hard work deserves more. But others will tell you what they feel you deserve, or to be happy with what they allow you to have. I'm afraid that your mother and I will have to choose carefully on what we name you. Because anything too ethnic will ruin your employability. That when you and yours go out to buy that home of your own, real estate agents will alter what they show you and what they feel you can afford and where you deserve to be able to raise your family. I'm afraid that faces like your own on the television will only be designated to thugs, to criminals, to junkies, comedic relief and harmful stereotypes. Never the role model, never the hero, never the inspiring figure that overcomes great odds. I'm afraid that every time you go out on a Friday night, I quietly say, Lord, please bring him home safe. That with every urgent news flash bulletin on the TV, I'm hoping that's not my son laying dead in the streets. That's what continually swirls through my head. You see, I'm afraid that now, I'm afraid to have you. Afraid to bring you into a world that damn sure doesn't feel like it's welcoming you. Like it's giving you a chance. Chance to be loving, happy, and healthy. Seems like it would rather see you broken, sad, desperate. I refuse to set you up for something like that. You see, my hope for the future was taken from me some years ago. Soon after that, I began to fear the idea that they would take my son from me. Turn him into something he's not, twist him. Break him of his happiness and his spirits. Destined to walk through life within the strict confines that others will lay out for him. Fire extinguished in his eyes and replaced only by an insatiable sadness. Leaving him only a husk of his former potential and glory. See, I have never been a perfect man, but I ask you for forgiveness before you've even been born, because I already failed you. And I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. Sorry, son.